There is a lack of education in schools. There is a lack of teaching history in our schools. But then I bring up, what are we teaching them at home? I remember, the first time I went over to visit Berlin and went to the Berlin Wall. I asked a young high school student there that day, I said, what do you know about the Berlin Wall? And he said to me, well, the Americans put it up to keep the communists out of their sector. And I thought, well, I see the education system isn't doing too well here either. But it is about education. And so often, we conservatives gripe about lack of education in the schools. And there is a lack of education in the schools. There is a lack of teaching history in our schools. But then I bring up, what are we teaching them at home? And it starts in the home. You can't look at schools and blame schools for not doing a job that we could be doing in our own household. And that's where I learned about America. A friend of mine sent a Twitter to me yesterday of her grandson, pre-K, who's singing God Bless America and doing the Pledge of Allegiance in preschool, pre-K. And I thought about my son, Cameron, and I wrote an op-ed piece about it, and it came out today. My son, Cameron, called me the other day and said, Dad, I'm going to take Marilyn and Penny, who are 5 and 3, our only granddaughters, his only daughters, and I want to take them to a veteran cemetery on the 11th and have them put flowers on graves. I want them to learn the importance of that. And then we're going to go up to the library and visit the library with all the festivities there and visit Grandpa's grave. And I didn't go with him because I want him to own it with his family. Like I owned it, my dad owned it with our family. And it reminded me truly about sitting in the right front seat of a car, riding out to the Given Ranch in Malibu on Saturday afternoons or Saturday mornings to ride horses, shoot ground squirrels, go swimming, chop wood, and do the things we did at the ranch. But that's where I learned about America. I learned about the greatness of America sitting in the right front seat of a station wagon back in the 1950s, 60s, and what have you. And my dad would regale me with the song of every military organization, the Army, the Navy, the Marine Corps, the Coast Guard. And he would sing the songs. And he would sing them over and over, and he would tell me stories about America. But he told me about the greatness of America. And that's where I learned it. And that's truly where we need to learn it. We need to learn it really from the home and move it out.